Hi guys, welcome back. In this video we're making a simple paracord Christmas tree decoration. It's a really simple design. We've got square knots down the middle and we've made the loops a bit bigger as we get towards the bottom of the tree. For our decoration we've got a 50 centimetre length and a 200 centimetre length of paracord. We've also got either a wooden loop or star, so it's totally up to you what you put at the top. You could also just do a loop in the paracord, that would be fine as well. If you've got a loop, just place your end through and bring that loop around, locking it in place. I'm going to use this little wooden star, so I'll just place the ends through and bring that middle loop around the star to secure it in the middle there. Gently working that cord down tight so that it looks tidy. You also want that star sitting right in the middle of your cord, so make sure both cords are about the same length. Now I find it's easiest if I tape my star onto something or pin it onto a pin board. Now with a longer piece of paracord, we place the ends together and follow it back down to the middle. Now placing the middle underneath the two cords coming down. Holding those cords out to the sides, and we're going to start with a left side stitch. So bringing this left side around across to the right, leaving a little loop here. Now bring this right side cord down over this other cord and pass it underneath to come up that loop on the left hand side. Pulling this stitch down nice and tight. Making sure it's nice and tidy. Now for a square knot we alternate each stitch. So this next stitch we bring the right side cord around across to the left, leaving our little loop there on the right, and the left cord comes down over and underneath to come up that little loop. So these first two stitches we pull nice and tight, and moving forwards it's back to a left side stitch. So bringing that around to the right, leaving our little loop here. So as we move down, our stitches stay the same, the left and right stitches. We just leave some bigger loops as well, and this makes our Christmas tree shape. So right cord comes down over and underneath to come up that loop on the left hand side. Now this first layer, we don't pull it totally tight, so just leaving a small loop on each side and then doing the right side stitch. Now this right side stitch on each layer we can pull nice and tight. Once you've got that tight stitch there, we just slide those loops upwards, and that makes sort of the first branches on our tree. So again back to a left side stitch. Now it's this left side stitch that we don't pull totally tight. We leave a little loop on each side there. So just slightly bigger than the previous loops. Now the right side stitch. And pull this right side stitch nice and tight. Once it's tight, we slide those little loops up to make some more branches. So basically we just repeat this same stitch, alternating the left and right stitches and leaving loops that are slightly bigger the whole way down. Okay, so once you've come down as far as you want or as far as your cords allow, then I like to just do a couple of square knots but pull them nice and tight so that our Christmas tree has a little base. So just sort of using up that cord there on the bottom and pulling them all nice and tight. making sure all your branches are pulled up nice and tight as well and sitting how you want them. Now we can snip these cords off the side of our square knots, cutting those cords short and then gently fusing to melt that knot. Gently melting and tapping to fuse it onto the knot. Now these bottom two cords, I just tie a simple overhand knot on each one so that it has a finished look. Cutting those cords off as well and singeing, melting the ends so they don't fray. So there's your simple paracord Christmas tree decoration.